Welcome here to everybody watching, and a welcome to our guests today, Buddy and Jimmy Boeheim, who are both at home because their schools have shut down due to the coronavirus pandemic. Guys, how you doing?
We're good. How are you?
Well, we're hanging in there. Everybody's working from home these days.
Sure.
And I know you guys have been stuck at home, and I wanted to talk to you today about one kind of specific topic, which is competitiveness. You guys are both known to be fairly competitive guys. What are you doing in general right now to channel your competitive natures?
That's a great question. I mean, obviously growing up, we've always had battles, and most of them have ended up in a fight or crying, or me going to my dad or my mom complaining or arguing if it was basketball or really anything. And I think that right now we're kind of just hanging out a little more than doing the competitive side. We've played a couple board games here and there that have gone competitive, and we're just trying to enjoy this downtime and not trying to cause too much havoc for our parents.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been too much in the gym going at it one-on-one because we know that's just never a good recipe for the two of us or for our family. It just caused a lot of mayhem during this time. So we're kind of trying to keep it more calm right now. And so that's just like Buddy said, board games and stuff like that. Just more like little fun things that we can compete in, which they get more heated than they should for sure. We played Yahtzee the other night and probably got a little more competitive than it should have, but it was all good fun. So yeah.
Who was involved in the Yahtzee game?
It was the whole family. Whole family was in on it.
I mean, in my household, it's my son who would flip over the Stratego board if he was getting beat. Who is it between you guys, or someone who in the family is the one most likely to flip the chessboard over and stalk out?
Dad, for sure.
For sure.
Dad, for
Definitely.
sure.
He tried to quit halfway through the game because he was losing.
Yeah.
So if you don't really compete with each other right now in terms of stuff you can do about, do you invent ways to compete with yourself, like free throws or shooting or push-ups today, or you keeping track of that, trying to do yourself one better?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like when we shoot, it's kind of just competing against yourself. You want to be better than you were the day before. You kind of have a certain percentage you want to hit every day, and then also in the weight room, it's just trying to I don't know, we have a little bit of weight room equipment in our basement. So it's just trying to I don't know, bench more than you did the day before, just get another rep, whatever it is. So definitely competitions against yourself.
Do you miss competing?
I do, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I just miss, whether it was shooting in the gym before practice against GMAC or Joe hopping in and doing some shooting competitions here and there, just competing in practice and playing games with my team. I just miss all of it. So definitely miss little things like that. You really appreciate the little stuff like shooting after practice against Joe and Belleby, or just little things like that.
What about you, Jimmy? I mean, the competitive stuff that I see at the Syracuse practices, I'm sure you have that going on at Cornell too. Who are the guys that you would normally work against before or after a practice?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. It's very similar. A lot of us will shoot either before or after with little games. Our coaches will get involved too. So yeah, it's just stuff like that. Little shooting competitions. And then obviously, there's been a lot of reruns of games. We watched the 2003 National Championship the other day, and then there's been a bunch of other games on. So just seeing those makes you want to get back on the court. Whether it's a real game or even just playing pickup with the guys. That's what I've really been missing the most, because this is a big time where we'll play pickup 3 or 4 times a week at Cornell, just with the team. So I don't know, that's something I'm definitely missing for sure.
So you mentioned the Yahtzee game the other night. What are your favorite board games?
For me, definitely Monopoly was a big one growing up, as well as Risk and Clue, I think, are probably my top 3. So I played that growing up through high school with my friends on the weekends or whatever, just staying up till 1 or 2 in the morning and just playing, and my dad in the other room listening to us argue or fight about it, and coming over to spectate or watch us battle it out. So those games definitely, I'm a big board game person, so I definitely enjoy that.
Jimmy, are you as big into board games?
Not as big as he is, but I still play some games. Me and my friends used to play Clue a lot, so that's one of my favorites for sure. I used to play a lot of chess growing up, not as much anymore, but that was always one that I enjoyed. And like you said, Monopoly's fun too, Risk. So I'm into all those. Not as big as he is, but
I love hearing the old school board games. We haven't talked video games, but I think video games are cool because they can allow you to keep in touch with friends and teammates who, are off wherever they're living, right? Are you able to do that?
Yeah, I played Fortnite a good amount, just about trying to not play too much, but I'll play here and there every now and then with Joe and Belby and Marek will play sometimes. Quincy will play and a couple managers will play with. So that's a big game that we like to have fun with. And also Madden will play Madden 20. John Bull's really big into that game, and so is my cousin. So we'll play in that, talk a little trash, and it's always fun catching up with them through there.
Jimmy, are you able to keep in touch with teammates or other friends, maybe from JD, but through the video games?
Yeah, I'm not as big of a video game guy, but I mean, we keep in touch in our own ways. Me and a couple guys from Cornell, we watch like a different movie every night, or as many nights as we can. We actually just finished Harry Potter. So I enjoyed those. I actually never saw them before, or read the book, so I enjoyed those. Just finished those up. I'm gonna try to get Buddy to watch them. But yeah, I guess that's one way I've kind of stayed in touch with people, and then we'll Zoom once in a while just to talk and stuff like that. And we have our group messages. So I mean, I'm in constant contact with those guys. So it's great. Technology helps a lot with all that.
Buddy, Prisoner of Azkaban, if you have to jump into the Harry Potter series, I that was my favorite. So I don't know if Jimmy agrees.
Good one. Yeah.
So where did Jamie and your mom fit into this whole competitive thing you got going on there at the house where everyone's having to come back home?
They definitely, I think, have their own. I think, more my sister more than my mom is a competitive in that aspect. She likes to compete, but I think my mom's more there just to watch over everyone, make sure, my dad doesn't lose his cool or me or Jimmy get in a little argument. And she kind of overwatches everything and just is the glue for the family right now, just keeping us all intact and making sure we don't, get too upset with each other. And I think my sister definitely is, always been a competitor also. So it's fun having her around too. And, it's really, a lot of fun with both of them here as well.
Mom making sure everybody's still friends at the end of the day. And
yeah.
Okay, very good. Well, listen, guys, this has been fun, very different. It's good to see you both. Be safe, stay well, and hopefully we'll get a chance to check back in with you at some time here in the next week or so.
Yeah, sounds good. Stay safe.
Yeah, great time.
Thanks, you too.